The Golden State Warriors are looking to trade for Lauri Markkanen. As you all know, Golden State Warriors Klay Thompson has left for the Dallas Mavericks, and because of that, it has left Golden State Warriors open to finally sign Lauri Markkanen, as they now have the free cap space in order to do it. In today's video, we're going to be going through 5 reasons why Lauri Markkanen would be fantastic for the Golden State Warriors and how he can help them win another NBA championship. So make sure to like this video, and guys, 92% of you are still not subscribed to the channel, so it means the world if you can subscribe to the channel, hit that red button down below. The first is that Lauri Markkanen is a fantastic scorer. Now, as you all know, Lauri Markkanen has done a great job for his old team, the Utah Jazz, but now he is looking to move somewhere else. When it came to last season, he actually averaged 23.2 points, and on top of that, also shot a 2-point percentage of 56% and a 3-point percentage of 40% as well. So his scoring ability will definitely suit what the Golden State Warriors are trying to do. Now, as you all know, the Warriors did actually end up losing none other than Klay Thompson, which was sad to see, but it is now time for them to look further and look at who they can get in order to provide that scoring power that Klay Thompson wasn't able to provide last season. And I think Lauri Markkanen could definitely be a great fit. When it comes to his ability on scoring, it's definitely second to none, but on top of that, the fact that he is a big man, I think makes this a lot better. We did see back when Kevin Durant was with the Golden State Warriors, some of the best pick and roll plays was definitely with KD and Steph, since both of them are scorers. And we could see a similar situation for Lauri Markkanen coming into this team. When we look at Lauri Markkanen and Steph, we definitely see that pick and roll being a very, very good pick and roll due to the fact that Lauri Markkanen has that inside presence, but on top of that is also very good at the three-point line as well, so can definitely run that pick and pop situation as well. So there's definitely a lot to it when it comes to Lauri Markkanen and his scoring abilities. He can finish inside, hit that mid-range, and also score in the outside, which is what makes him very, very special and why I think he would be perfect for what the Golden State Warriors need. When we look at the Golden State Warriors last season, although they did have a pretty decent season, when it came to their three-point percentage, they did rank 7th, which is not too bad, but definitely a decrease from, their numbers before, and especially looking at their championship run. And when we also look at their 2-point percentage, they fell all the way to 13th. So middle of the pack, which we don't like to see. And I think someone like Lauri Markkanen can definitely help them get back into the top 10 or maybe even the top 5 when it comes to efficiency in shooting and also shooting in general. The second is that Lauri Markkanen can be that great rebounding big that the Golden State Warriors desperately need. Now, as you all know, the Warriors have run small ball for the last couple of years, and yes, it has helped them win multiple championships. But on top of that, we definitely seen the game definitely change over the last couple of years, where we have players like Victor Wembanyama, like Chet, who are big in stature, 7 foot or 7 foot and above, but still move like a guard and has the speed to keep up with anyone. And that has definitely been a huge negative for Golden State Warriors coming into these later seasons, as they have continued to run small ball and it doesn't seem to be working the way it once did. When we look at Golden State Warriors last season, yes, they may have had a pretty decent season, but when it comes to rebounds allowed, they actually ranked 12th. So they ranked 12th in allowing a lot of rebounds, and because of that, we definitely see that being a big problem. It led to a lot of second chance points, and if you did watch a lot of NBA games, you definitely saw that from a team like the Golden State Warriors. And this is where Lauri Markkanen can definitely come in and save the day. Lauri Markkanen does not only just average 8.2 rebounds per game, but on top of that, he also averaged 5.9 defensive rebounds and 2.2 offensive rebounds as well. So a good ratio there, which is what we like to see. But on top of everything else, where we definitely see a big plus for Lauri Markkanen is definitely due to the fact that he is 7 foot and 240 pounds. That would actually make him one of the tallest players in that Golden State Warriors roster with the current roster that they do have now. And because of that, I definitely see that being a big plus due to the fact that Golden State Warriors not only get a great player in Lauri Markkanen, but they get that extra size, not only just in the rebounding sector, but also a defensive juggernaut and also a defensive anchor in that paint. So he can definitely do a lot of things, and I think someone of Lauri Markkanen's height can definitely help out this Golden State Warriors small ball while adding a bit of height, but also keeping the same pace and keeping the same speed that they always can do. Lauri Markkanen definitely moves like a guard out there. I'm not saying he's the fastest player out there, but I don't see him straggling along when it comes to him being 7 foot. He's definitely a great moving big, which I think is going to be super important. The third is that Lauri Markkanen can be that star for the Golden State Warriors. Now, as you all know, the NBA is filled with great stars. And with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green getting older, yes, they are still great, but they are going to need a lot more help if they want an actual shot at winning another NBA championship. And this is where I see Lauri Markkanen being a huge plus for this team. Like I mentioned before, they did lose Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is now going to the Dallas Mavericks. And because of that, they definitely not just freed up cap space while also releasing Chris Paul, but they need to get another star if they want a proper opportunity at making a run for another NBA championship while Stephen Curry and Draymond Green are both still healthy. Now, Lauri Markkanen, like we mentioned, 7 foot, 240 pounds, and he did average 23.2 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 2 assists this season, which I think is great. But the fact that he is an up and coming star in the NBA, I do believe is definitely going to be not only great for now for the Golden State Warriors, but also for the future. He did win the 2022-2023 Most Improved Player, so he definitely is showing signs of getting better as time goes on. When it comes to Lauri Markkanen, what I do think makes him special is definitely his ability to score on all three levels, whether it's inside, mid-range, and also the three ball. And the fact that he is able to hit the three ball at such a consistent rate, pretty much the same as Steph Curry, as he did average 40%, is what makes him really special. And this is where I see Golden State Warriors definitely struggle a lot last year. What they definitely did struggle was definitely scoring due to the fact that when a lot of the burden was on Steph Curry, yes, he was able to get it done, but once it started hitting, crunch time, especially in those play-ins, we definitely saw them crumble as a lot of teams did focus on Steph Curry, which took the Golden State Warriors out the game. So adding a big star and a scorer like Lauri Markkanen not only just takes off the ease from Steph Curry, but also makes it a lot easier for everyone else as well, which I think is definitely going to be a huge plus. The fourth is that the Golden State Warriors would be able to get Lauri Markkanen for a very cheap price. Now, as you all know, the Golden State Warriors have already started making their moves, signing Kyle Anderson and also DeAnthony Melton. And there are a couple of other people that are on that list, but when it comes to Lauri Markkanen, that is definitely a big feature for Golden State Warriors coming into this offseason. And because of that, they are looking to get him, but they are also looking to get him at a very cheap price. The reason being is that the Warriors do want to build a great team, not just around Steph, but also Lauri Markkanen if he decides to join. And it does seem that Lauri Markkanen is willing to take a little bit of a pay cut in order to do that. Now, Lauri Markkanen is still going to cost quite a bit, probably going to have the second highest salary if he does end up joining the Golden State Warriors. But I think he is willing to save 5 to a little bit of 10 million per year in order to get another great role player to help them win another NBA championship. I think this is going to be a big positive due to the fact that all the other stars that are out there right now in the free agency, they're all looking for that max deal, and because of that, they are looking to get paid as soon as possible. When it comes to Lauri Markkanen, the fact that he has played for not really any championship teams as of lately. Chicago, he played for Cleveland, also played for Utah. None of them have had a real shot at actually winning an NBA championship, and now may be the perfect opportunity with the Golden State Warriors. And because of that, he is willing to take a pay cut, which I think is fantastic, but it will also help this team further as it does help the younger stars become even better players for this team. The fifth is that Lauri Markkanen would set the Golden State Warriors up for a great future post Steph Curry and Draymond Green era. Now, as you all know, Lauri Markkanen is still only 27 years old, and because of that, he definitely can be the star once Golden State Warriors icon Steph Curry and also Draymond Green leaves. And this can set them up for a great future as they already do have quite a lot of great young pieces that can definitely help to this. When we look even further, you see other players like Jonathan Kuminga, who's definitely going to be a star one day. Also others such as Trayce Jackson-Davis, Brandin Podziemski. The list really does go on and on. But when it comes to the Golden State Warriors, they definitely not only have to think of how to win an NBA championship right now, but they definitely have to look towards the future as well. And I think Lauri Markkanen could definitely be the leader for this team when Steph and Draymond are finally gone. Like I mentioned before, Podziemski, Kuminga, Trayce Jackson-Davis are also all young players, and they still have others like Moses Moody, also others like Lester Quinones, Guy Santos, who are still on the come up as well. So the Warriors definitely have the right core around them, but I do believe they need another young star to really not just help out this Warriors team now, but in the future as well, and Lauri Markkanen can definitely be that guy. Lauri has not only played great over the last couple of seasons, but he's definitely and significantly improved over the last couple of seasons as well, especially in his shooting percentages, whether it's in the 2-point or also the 3-point as well. We've also seen an increase in his free throw percentages and an increase in his scoring, rebounding, assist or playmaking in that sense, and also block numbers. So we definitely have seen an increase in Lauri Markkanen's numbers over the last couple of years, and I do believe he will only get better with time, especially with the guidance of Steph, of Draymond Green, and also the rest of the Golden State Warriors organization. I definitely think that Lauri Markkanen could blossom in himself into another all-star, but also hopefully a superstar one day. He definitely has the right tangible assets around him when it comes to the team behind him, also his ability to score, his ability to play defense and also rebound, but on top of that, having great teammates like Steph, like Draymond, and the list really does go on and around him, it can definitely help him get further in his NBA career.